Yep, it's me again. They hate me, that's why they give a fuck about me at the same time as always. JD Miles. The MGTOWs, they love to hate. Even the ones that claim everybody loves to hate them, loves to hate MGTOW at the same time as always, and I'm back again. For tonight's topic of discussion. Dumb, delusional, divorced Femintard thinks she has the perfect plan. Oh, this is gonna be good. But before I begin, shout out to Jesus Ed, the host of the Coffee Pod, for bringing this to our attention. And I don't mind me. I'm just sharing the word to let men all over know the situation that's happening. But anyway, you got this divorced Femintard on TikTok. That's right, folks. The same TikTok that will ban sexist, misogyny, and anything that has to do about men. But they okay with the Femintards. They okay with women being sexist, misandristic, and they don't mind women hating men on their platform. Hypocrites. Even going as far as feminists jumping on that platform claiming that they need to kill all men. This is TikTok. And TikTok has no problem with their sexism. See the hypocrisy? But I digress. You got this divorced Femintard telling and encouraging women to divorce their husbands out of nowhere. Just divorce them and be happy single, thinking that her plan is gonna work. And before I go any further, time to make a call out to all you retards out there who are pro-marriage, matter not just MGTOW, but all other male spaces, because you believe men should go out there and get married. Why the fuck, what y'all about to hear? I got a question behind. Why the fuck is y'all quiet about these women out here encouraging other women to divorce their husbands out of nowhere? That's right, MGTOW brothers. They got all the smoke for MGTOW and male spaces, but no smoke for this right here. And these are the same retarded fucks who call themselves promoting marriages. But I rambled long enough. Let's get to the video, shall we?
Here are my predictions for the future of cishet relationships over the next 20 years. History will look back on this period of time from probably 2020 to 2025, but maybe even to 2030, and they're going to refer to it as the Great Divorce or something like that. Maybe the relationship realignment. The Great Divorce is catchier. We're not only going to see an unparalleled spike in divorces, but we're going to see an unparalleled drop in marriages, particularly remarriages, which are going to fall off a cliff.
Ma'am, what you just said is nothing new. In fact, I will go the extra mile and ask this delusional female how long she's been hiding under a goddamn rock. Oh my Lord. You poor, sad, sick puppy. Let me tell you. You see, in case she hasn't been paying any attention, the majority of divorces are already initiated by women. And because of these problems, marriage rates are already on the decline as divorce, as she stated, skyrocketing. But here you come with this retarded fuck ass plan that, oh, women, you need to divorce your husbands. That way we can spike the divorce and make sure that the marriage rates go low. In which, of course, is already doing it. Where have you been, ma'am? But let's continue.
Deeper than the Grand Canyon. Right now, cishet men and women are starting this game of chicken, so to speak. As women are just not contending with their unhappiness in long-term relationships, men are right now doubling down. They're trying to call our bluff. They're trying to say, listen, I hear you asking for something different, but you've always complied in the past. So if we just hold the line, if we hold firm.
Said no man ever. You gotta love how these retarded fuck-ass feminists constantly trying to put words in the mouth of men. Well, here's my question. Does it also include the men that just don't want to marry, period? Or does does it include the men that were married, already divorced, and not looking to get married again? So far, your plan is already showing signs of failure. But she is so warped into believing that, oh, all this will work. She is so arrogant and overconfident that it will. But let's continue.
You'll comply this time as well. But what they're missing is that this time is different. This time you have a bunch of women communicating with each other and figuring out for the first time that their unhappiness within heterosexual relationships, particularly marriage, is a feature, not a bug. And the only reason we're realizing this is because we're talking to one another.
Well, if that's the case, answer this question, ma'am. How does marriage benefits the men? Oh, that's right. It doesn't. It only benefits the woman. After all, she's the one who wants to get married. In fact, women want to get married more than men. Why do you think some of these females out here having a hard time getting their men to commit? Why they have a hard time getting their men to take their relationship to the next level? Because she wants the marriage, not him. And there's nothing that benefits the men when it comes to marriage, period. So your little plan, so I'm already seeing right through your plan, and it's already backfiring. But let's continue.
Most of us have spent our entire lives being like, I'm just buggy. Either there's something about me that's not good at relationships, or there's something about the men that I pick. I've got a buggy picker, or, I just don't have the capacity to be happy in relationships. It's a me problem, right? But because of social media and TikTok in particular, we're all...
By everything you just said, yes, it's a you problem. Whoa, I get it now. Because of her, she believes her situation is men's problem and not her. Blame everyone but yourself. Kids, if you grow up and you find yourself blaming everybody for the reason why your life ain't shit, look in the mirror. Let's continue.
Comparing notes, and for the first time, we're getting this freedom because we're like, I'm not buggy. It's not me. I'm not bad at relationships. The system that we have set up for romantic relationships is just a bad system.
Well, if the system is so bad, how come you women are taking advantage of it more than the men? How come you now want to blame the same system you females used as a benefit now? God damn it, you can't make this shit up. And notice the contradiction. 1 minute, so 1 minute y'all are all depending on this system. Next minute, now it's all, as you say it, buggy. It's obvious who's the buggy one in this situation, but let's continue.
So because she's saying it, not me, guys. They go online and they all realize that they're all divorcing their husbands. Now that somehow brings comfort to the fact that, hey, we can't possibly be the problem. You ever try to get a woman to apologize to you? Like, just imagine 1 million of them on an app, right? Who all...
They would die. They will die if they had to apologize. Let's be upfront and real. Now back to your pro-marriage. Now back to all y'all who's trying to push pro-marriage. At this point, after everything we just heard, everything, I'm going to say it like this. Don't you fix your fucking mouth to come at MGTOW if you ain't gonna step up to them. You're not gonna check them. Especially in this situation where you got women encouraging other women to divorce their husbands. No, not because they did anything wrong. These women want to divorce their husbands just for the hell of it. But y'all quiet. Yeah, all you pro-marriage motherfuckers is quiet about these women divorcing their husbands for no reason at all. But these will be the same ones who calls himself growing a pair of balls and try to step up to MGTOW just to get their asses played out. And yet this shit is happening. In fact, this is a double whammy. No, this is a double whammy. Not only would they not check these females telling other women to divorce their husbands, but by not checking them, these same Femintards is proving MGTOW's point entirely. What I said before, the majority of divorces is initiated by women, and because marriage does not benefit the men at all, they are now walking away from marriage. And as a result, marriage is already on the decline. And these retarded fucks want to stay quiet on that shit? Well, guess what? If you're quiet about what these females is doing out here, then don't come over here to MGTOW and fix your mouth trying to correct us, because we all will clown you the fuck out if you do. But I digress from my babbling again. Let's continue.
Believe they're not the problem, right? It's difficult enough to get one woman to admit she's wrong. Millions gathering together, validating each other's delusion.
God, Barrett, You can't make this shit up. Women.
Let's keep listening.
It's a system that was designed for men in times when we didn't have our own economic freedom. And now that's changing, and we want to change the system.
Dumb bros talk about change while working within the system, whereas the art of being a conformistic is when these dumb femitards trying to change the system deep within. It's not them who changes the system, it's the system that will eventually change them. And keep in mind, the system in its current year, ma'am, is benefiting you females out there. So basically, you shut down something that's a benefit to you more than it is to men. Need I say more? Let's continue.
Now, most men right now are still holding the line because they think that we're going to come around. They think that if they hold out long enough that, we'll abandon our own loneliness to be with them. What they fail to understand is we're getting the ick. It's a permanent shift within us as to the way that we view romantic relationships and men in general. We're not going to have to rationally convince ourselves to stay away from those men despite really wanting to be with them. No, we're actually not wanting to be with those men, right? Men will eventually fall like dominoes over a very long period of time. The first group is already falling. These are the men who are in love with their wives and who are generally open-minded, liberal men who are listening to this conversation women are having and who are already on it.
Hey, lady. No, not you. Not you. I'm talking about another female who sat there and said that she can't find any good liberal men. And the only good men she can find is conservative. Well, this Femintard just answered your question, ma'am. But let's continue.
Already changing in order to save their marriages or relationships.
When you have the number of sexless men tripling within the past decades, you have people who are encouraging men to be emotional and not be stoic and control their emotions. And you have this agenda to feminize a whole group of men and divorce laws that are set up to disadvantage men. It's interesting to me that people can look at that and see only positive things and not think of the potentially very horrible things that can come out of this. From lack of families, men who are more prone to violence because they weren't raised up with the father figure who can teach them, right, how to control themselves. It will get bad. When you hear this divorced woman talk, she's like, oh yeah, they're all going to realize that they're wrong. And what's the system? That men are going to turn around and what? What's the system that's going to be in place to turn men into women, which is what essentially they want them to be. Let's keep listening.
The second group that will fall are going to be the men who were left by a woman because of these issues, and in their grief and their pain, they will contend with this reality. The group that will fall next are the men who cannot contend with their own loneliness anymore and are willing to try anything, including changing the way they approach relationships. The last group of men, which may be decades down the road, are the men who will have no spaces anymore to go and complain about being a victim, because all of those spaces are now going to be filled with men who are like, nah, man, it's an us problem. Then together, we will rewrite relationships.
She thinks she got it all set, huh? She thinks she has the perfect plan. She thinks she got it all set, huh? She thinks she got the perfect plan. Okay, can somebody tell this retarded fuck-ass divorced female what the hell is she doing? I guess she never heard the phrase. I guess she never heard of this proverb. Never let the left hand know what the right hand doeth. Wow, she's so confident. She's so overconfident, arrogant, and downright delusional as fuck that she will go right in front of camera and reveal her plans to the whole entire world, especially to us men out here. Well, thank you. Well, she just fucked up doing that shit because now we know exactly what her plans is. Now I would tell her where she completely screwed up at, but as another proverb goes, if you see your enemy fucking up, do not correct them. So now us men, we now know what to expect further down the line. And oh yeah, we will be ready. Damn, the delusions of these divorced females telling other women to divorce their husbands at an all-time high. God damn.
So in the future, no more coffee pods. So listen, guys. So you got to support, man. You guys got to become members. You guys got to support these channels because you see the plan, man. The plan is to get rid of all spaces where men can go and talk so that you have the Derek Jacksons and whoever else wants to pander to women and say, no, man, we're the problem. It's us.
Exactly. And she was so dumb. That she will talk about her whole entire plan on social media, not even knowing that someone along the line will take her plan and reveal it to her enemies. I don't even know what to say, but anyway, I would go over the comments as well, but not this time. Not this time, y'all. Because the comment section are full of dumb divorced femintards who did exactly what she said, believing that her plan would work, even though her plan is an obvious failure. So basically, she's trying to take credit for something. They trying to take credit for something they never did, as well as the contradictions and the downright stupidity, thinking that their plan will work, which is an obvious failure. So, I knocked down two birds with one stone, the Femintards and the pro-marriage. The Femintards who thinking that their plan is going to work, in which, of course, I already got my lawn chair out, making my big bowl of popcorn, and I'm ready to watch as it all falls down, to the pro-marriage idiots who wants to come at MGTOW lecturing about marriage and shit, but they're quiet as a church mouse when they got these females out here encouraging other females to get a divorce. And once again, shout out to Jesus Zed, the host of the Coffee Pot. I'm going to leave a link to the full video in the description box. Yo, go show some support. As far as I'm concerned, I said what I had to say. I'm done, and I'm out this bitch. Later.